The poor father. There was a man named John who lived in a small, broken-down house far from the city. John was a simple man, quiet and hardworking. Life was very hard for him, especially after his wife passed away, leaving him alone with their only daughter, Olivia. Olivia was everything to John. He worked long hours as a carpenter. Not to become rich, but to make sure Olivia had food to eat and clothes to wear. Every morning, he would wake up before the sun rose, his hands rough from years of working with wood. He would kiss Olivia on the forehead before going to work and whisper, "One day, my dear, we will have a better life." But life did not care about John's dreams. His work did not bring in enough money to cover their basic needs. As Olivia grew older, she noticed the deep lines on her father's face and the sadness in his eyes. She would often ask, "Father, why are you always so tired?" John would always smile softly and say, "I'm just thinking about our future, my love." Years passed, and Olivia became a beautiful young woman. But John grew weaker and weaker. His body could no longer handle the heavy work. Despite his best efforts, their situation only grew worse. One evening, after a long day of work, John came home to find Olivia sitting quietly in the dark, tears in her eyes. "Father," she said softly, "I know we are struggling, and I want to help. I found a job in the city." John's heart broke. The city was far away, and he couldn't imagine living without his daughter. But he knew he couldn't stop her. With shaking hands, he hugged her and whispered, "You must go, my dear. You deserve a better life." The next morning, Olivia packed her bag and left for the city. John stood at the door, watching her walk away, his heart breaking with each step she took. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. John was left alone in the house. He worked less and less, as his body could no longer handle the labor. His only happiness came from the letters he received from Olivia. She wrote about her new job, her new life, and how she hoped to bring him to the city soon. But that day never came. One cold night, John sat by the window, holding one of Olivia's letters. His eyes grew tired, not from tears, but from the weakness inside him. His breathing slowed as he whispered, "I did my best. For you, Olivia." The next morning, John's neighbors found him sitting in his chair, a small smile on his face, and Olivia's letter still in his hand. He had passed away peacefully, dreaming of a better life for his daughter. When Olivia came home for his funeral, she knelt by his grave, her heart full of sorrow. "Father," she whispered through her tears, "I will make you proud. I just wish you were here to see it." John's struggle had ended, leaving behind a story of love, sacrifice, and the deep sadness of a poor father who gave everything for the one he loved most.